Okay, that's the rotor bin. There's none there. So we're going to use this to test. And we're going to go to circuit break priority, and we can send ourselves all of the items now. Turn them on. We need some rotors. Rotors and iron plate. They're on their way. Here we go. Here he comes. He's got our rotors and our iron plate. Yep, look at that. Rotors coming in, and they should be, there they are. They're in the bin. There's our rotors filling up. My name is Ken, and in this episode, we finally complete the setup for all 30 items for our remote switch. This is part 1 of episode 27, and a link to episode 1 is in the description. We've done the design and the testing. Now it's time to wrap up this project for good. There's no time to waste, so let's get started. This is livestream and episode 27, and we started on this beautiful blueprint in front of us last week. It was a 9-hour stream. I just kept going because I wanted to get this working. I'm going to show you how this works in just a minute. Just really quickly, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to do one live stream a week, about 8 hours, Saturday nights, like I am now. And then I'm going to do 2 episodes out of that live stream, a part 1 and a part 2 that will each be an hour long. So a little change up. This is the second piece, the receiving blueprint. This is storage, as you can probably tell, and it receives the items that I can send to myself on location from the base automatically from anywhere on the map. As long as the infrastructure is in place, I can turn on and turn off the items that I want. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate that right out the gate. I've only built it out for 5 of the items. And so the first thing that we're doing today, and it's going to take a little bit of time, is we're going to build out the rest of the items so that I can send any of those items that you see in front of you to myself from the main base at any time. And if we can get that done, and if we can get that all in place, we might actually start to work on our beast of a tower here. So I really want to try to get to that tonight. It's a long ass stream, so I think we will, but that's the goal. Let's do a bit of a test here and a demonstration, if you will, and I'll show you guys how this works if you haven't seen it yet. So I have a train station here, and you probably heard some trains coming through. And this train station, although while we're here, I'm actually going to do some redesign. Basically, all I want to do is get some buffer in here, which is just really good train habits, right? You really need to always have a buffer right outside the train station. And if you don't know why, that's because when a train is loading and unloading, it actually shuts off the belt. And so in order to make sure you have smooth flow, it's just good habits. This was on the task of things to do today, so I just figured we'd knock it out. Okay, now that that's done, we are back to the demonstration. We have a train arriving. So the train is here. You will notice that every car, this is perfect timing, is empty. There's nothing being transferred into any of these train stations. We just put these in. There's nothing in any of these. There's nothing in any of these. It's all empty, and the train is running with nothing on it. Merp. And if we look on the map, we can see this train is leaving this station. Uber items 1. And Uber items 2 is on that station. So I've set up 2 trains, and they're kind of running at close to max distance apart from each other. As you can see, that belt coming from the trains, they all merge into one. It all heads up into this blueprint. And what this blueprint does, it takes any of the 30 items that were on the front and splits them out and sorts them automatically. And then once, like, let's say our concrete here, okay, this is our concrete box. Once our concrete box is full, then it heads over here and then comes up here, comes up to the second floor, and we sink it, okay? This guy is on and powered, and if there's any overflow, and you have to do that, otherwise, if that concrete filled up, then this line would back up, and then maybe our steel our iron rods, well, we have a lot of those. Our iron rods, right, wouldn't be able to get to where they need to go. So the concrete has to, and here's the settings. The concrete has to overflow, right? Okay, now this little guy. So if it's undefined or overflow, if there's no place for it to go to the side, what I had before is it would get sunk. And I dumped my entire inventory into this system, including my 84 power shards. I had 84 power shards. And one of the viewers was like, Ken, you put your power shards in there, go get them. And I rescued them, but they would have been sunk, unfortunately. So what I did instead is I broke this merge, and basically I set this storage up as kind of like a P-trap, like in your sink. You know, like you drop your wedding ring down in it and it doesn't go into the sewer. It kind of sits in the P-trap. That's not what a P-trap's for. It's for blocking stinky oxygen from the sewer, but I digress. Basically, it's just a little catch for any of the 30 items that I haven't specifically designed this sorter for. It will go in here. This is sort of the receiving end. Now we're going to use this thing. And we're going to spend very little time on this receiving end, okay? We're going to spend a lot of time over on the sending end, because this receiving end is finished. We have to work on the sending side. So you guys will see how the sending side works very, very quickly. So here we go. This switch is priority power switch, and you may notice that it is attached to nothing. There are no wires coming off of this, okay? We could build a new one. This switch could be down in the purple crater area, okay? It could be anywhere on the map. It is untethered, okay? Anywhere. It just happens to be right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the circuit break priority, and we have all these switches. And you see all these unnamed switches? By the end of this stream, all of these unnamed switches will be named. But we do have some that are named. I did 5 of them, and I'm gonna switch them on, because let's say we need more concrete here and more crystal here. So we're gonna call for concrete and we're gonna call for crystal. And I've just remotely turned on these 2 switches. And let's do reinforced iron plate, and let's just do stators. Let's turn them all on. We don't need more iron rods. That, if you notice, that was full. So I have those 4 turned on. Okay, here's our train. Does he have anything in him? He does! Okay, let's go. We gotta hurry. Remember, those were running empty, and then we turned on our switches. And all we've done is 5 in one of these stations, or I think we need to do 6 in each one. So we only did 5 because I forgot that 30 divided by 5 isn't 5. Oh. Here we go. Here's our first items that we called for. This should have crystal, concrete, stators, and reinforced iron plates, maybe? I can't remember. Or regular iron plates. And then it's gonna start flowing. There we go. We're flowing. And then I don't think there's anything in the stators. Where are you, stators? Here. There they go. Oh, I had some in there. So they just filled in. Okay, so let's go see it in action. Probably wasn't very much. Is it already empty? No, there it goes. There goes the crystal. There's concrete. Automatically sorting. Just because I turned on those switches. So the idea for this is that, and there wasn't enough room for 30 double boxes, so these last 2 rows are single boxes. But that I got the 30 items. There goes crystal. And this is working. We have to finish building it out, but it is working. But yeah, I think that that's good. And basically those trains will just keep running as long as the switches are on, and it'll deliver our items. That's how this works. Okay, so this is gonna be where we're mainly working. Since you guys were gone, since I've been here last, I did some work on this in the members only live stream. And this is basically all I did was lighting. I didn't do any extra hookups. Only 5 of these are hooked up. There's a little hut for each item. This is the concrete hut, and I'm going to show you how this works. This is the heart of the remote item delivery system. Basically, the idea is that we use this smart splitter to clog the line of concrete, and we clog it with iron ore because we have a lot of iron ore over here. The reason that it's clogged is because this awesome sink is no longer powered. And the reason it's no longer powered is because there's a priority power switch here named concrete delivery. And if we go to any priority power switch, we open concrete delivery and we switch it on, it turns on the awesome sink, which clears the smart splitter, which allows the concrete to flow. And then the concrete flows down and into our train station right here. This is exactly why you make boxes, because while it's unloading and loading, it doesn't allow anything inside. And so you have to set up a big box with a double belt to make sure that flow always happens, even when the unloading and the loading happens. So we need to do that. Each of these train stations are going to have 6 items in each one, and that's our 30. I didn't want to put them all, I wanted to kind of spread them out. It's kind of how we're spreading them out. We have kind of one train station almost done, and we're going to finish that off. Okay, let's actually do some building instead of talking. Okay, I confused myself for a second. This station can have 6, but I'm only using the first 5. So those trains, I wanted an extra station here in case I need to do something other than the remote item delivery system. I have another station here for a purpose that maybe I don't know what it is, and we'll just tack a train on the back end of it and go. But I wanted to have an extra one. So having said that, that's why this quote unquote last one is only the second to last one, because this is the last train car, because those trains are only running 5 cars. Okay, that's all we have to do for that. First thing we need to do is we need to fix my math error. I only plugged 5 into this first one, and we're gonna have to do 6 per car or per station in order to fit 30. So we have to pick a new building, our first building. Oh, I also redid the wiring. My first time, last stream, my last public stream, the wiring was all on the outside and it was ugly. And in the members only stream, I hid all the wiring under the floor. And then I've already run these. Okay, good. I forgot I did this. So I did all this work already. So all we have to do is pull the item that we want. In this case, it's gonna be our packaged turbo fuel. And we're gonna run this column by column, I think. And they will have to clip through each other, and I apologize, but it's in a subfloor of a subfloor of a subfloor, so I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. We need to really just kind of, we could do this a little bit better than I was originally thinking. So those 6 will go together, and then the 5 that I've already run plus this guy. So our motors are going to be our next guy. Let's run this down. We may have to delete some of what we just put in, but we'll see. We'll be able to keep a little bit more organized this way. Okay. Well, there goes some crystal. Nice. Let's go up so that I pick the right one, and then we'll break into the floor here. Yeah, the stators. And then yeah, okay, so it's this guy. We're gonna run this guy. So that's out. So we need a floor hole for him. And then how's our spacing on that? That's right. And then We're going to, all right, we're just gonna, we really need to do these. We're gonna do this one that we started, and then we're gonna have to stop and do those. We'll just do all the iron ore at once. But we're gonna finish off this first one that we started. Motors. How's that look? I think that looks good. Okay, so now our motors are in place, but I'm actually going to break this. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Honestly, it does matter. We need to rebuild this anyway. So this belt right here controls our flow. All right. Motors stack up at 50. Here, see, they make a stack of 50 in your inventory box. Okay. You can see them stacking up right here. When I turn on the switch, I want to think about not necessarily how many motors I have space available for. I want to think about how many slots I have available, okay? And so what that means is that we can control the flow of motors when I turn on the switch. Because they're the smallest stack available, I'm going to use a Mark 1 belt here. Okay, so 60 motors per minute is what we will send ourselves. And now what we got to do is we got to merge our output. There we go. I think. Oh, I didn't put this in. I was like, why aren't motors flowing through there? There we go. So those are just the motors that came in before I... Well, let's kill this. We'll put that back when we have our blocker in. Our iron ore. And so that's done, actually. The motors are done. So let's put our floor back in. And motors are finished. What we need to do next is I need to run all of these. This is where the iron ore comes in. And they come in from the ceiling. So we really just need to run all 30 of these beasts. So let's just do it. Okay, so I'm a little concerned about these kind of all being used up, our 780 belt flow. So I have 4 of them, but let's go check this out. I'm stealing from these. Here's my... You know, here's all the iron ore that is passing into our system because the iron nodes are all through here. That's what all these buildings are. And there's one over there. So what I'm doing is, let's get inside this building. I'm splitting off. See right here? So we actually need to build this out. Let's do another light. Oh my god. All right, so the idea here is that, oh, I gotta set them correctly. It's gonna prioritize our smelters, okay? It will prioritize our smelters. But then we're gonna have, you know, extra. So let's, and I put the floor holes in. They're already right here. We just gotta run it. I did as much as I could last stream. Let's see what's in this dark closet. So this is the inside of that. We're gonna have a, let's do the disgusting one first. And I did some things, guys. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm proud of what I did. We need a way to get through here. Okay, that's a Mark 5. That's a Mark 5. Let's just make sure this one under here is. Yep, he's a Mark 5 all the way. Now, let's go ahead and pop this boy to 780. We can't because he's a Mark 1. No, he's a Mark 2. Oh, 600. Duh. I swear I keep making that mistake. Now, where's our iron? It's right here. Now, we're going to break into these lines. We already took care of this one. Let's build this. Overflow to the left. Okay, cool. We didn't turn him up yet, so he's still slow. So this will come in, go in. We need to prioritize the right, and then we'll overflow straight. No, opposite. Prioritize straight, overflow the right. So basically, I'm gonna set these up so that if there's any extra, they get kicked down to each line to make sure that all 4 of these are fat. So if there's any extra, then they're kind of interconnected rather than like, I don't want one to be all used up. This is my load balancing system that is like shoddy as hell, but you know, this is how I roll. That's feeding these bad boys. Now I'm fairly confident that no matter which switches we have turned on, there's access to enough iron ore to make sure that we don't have a problem. Let's see, we have 30 of them, and we have 4 sources, so 2 of them have to supply 8 and 2 of them have to supply 7. Let's see how many. Let's make this guy supply 8 of our little huts here, our items. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, the next 8 are gonna be, it's gonna be these 6 plus 2. So we'll do like these first 2 down here. Splitter, and then we'll do splitter and turn him, yep, splitter. There's 2. No, that's not it. That's not at all what I wanted. Is that lined up? Oh, it is lined up. Okay, cool. Thought it was off. I mean, by definition, it has to be lined up. I think. Aren't those lined up? Yeah, they're lined up. Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. Cool. The second version of this blueprint that I'm going to make is not going to require all this work. A lot of this is going to be built in. Again, now that I kind of had a chance to think about stuff, I would have done this differently, but again, we're too far gone. That's it. That's our 8. And then the 2 8s are done, and then the next 2 are 7s. So nice. I think I'm gonna call an audible here and make it silly that we go by that one and don't drop off there. Silly. I mean, really. Shit. This one too. That means I gotta cut 2 off the edge. Ah! I gotta cut 2 off the end of this line I just put in, because I really just need to handle that. And then this, that'll go there. Which ones are we gonna chop off? We're gonna chop out him, and we're gonna chop him. So those will have to get handled in the next line. Okay, I can dig it. All right, let's count. We may have already reached our number here. 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just make him 7. Now we're done. So he needs to be one of the hookups. And then all the other hookups go in the last one. All the weird ones. There. Okay, that's those 7, and now we just have all the rest of the kind of weird ones here. Uh-oh, Spadudios. I thought I fixed all these. Where I buried them in the rocks. But I did not. So where's his in-hole gonna be? So we delete that. Guys, things are gonna get a little ugly. How did I do it over? I'm gonna do it the same way here. That wall, the middle and the top wall. Okay. Boom. Boom. Then I need one of these gates. So here's how I hide the inside of the wall hole. Okay. Hit H. I put it where I'm gonna, like it would build over the top of the hole, and then I hit back 1. H, back 1. And now, you know, you don't see what's ever inside there. Items just come out. They clip through that. Okay, so what goes where? Let's do a Mark III. It doesn't matter because the Mark III will stop it. The higher one. Yep. And then I need to access this top input, which is very, very, very much inside this rock wall. Okay. Again, all of these problems would have been solved if I had come up with what I now would build a much smaller version of this, because I couldn't make them all fit. Nice. Nice. So basically, if you use this floor hole, you can jam it up against there like that, because if you don't, then he comes way out. Right? You get this rubber like spacer in there. But if you put a floor hole in there, you can force it to not take up the rubber space. And now, you know, we don't have to worry about it poking outside the wall. Not that it really mattered, but yeah, no, this is good. We got to hook. The whole point was to hook this into this. I needed enough room to do that. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Now we put our signs in. Okay, we're almost done with this. We're almost done. Okay, that's 4. These are the last 2. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna put this guy in here. Put it right on there. Boom. Okay. All done. Our network of goodies are in. So every one of these huts needs 2 inputs, and we finished that. Okay, so now we can do the items. And we did 6, right? Yes, we did motors. Let's jump down there and let's do the next 6. Actually, before we do that, let's put the floor holes in. Yes. Doing anything 30 times is a lot of work. Yep. So there's our 6 floor holes. Now let's head down there and let's put some stuff in the holes. And we already know what 6 items are going in there. It's these 6. So we'll just peel them off. Like this guy doesn't even... Heavy modular frames, we'll do him first. Don't mind the rock, it's totally fine. One, 2. One down. That's square and straight, that one is. So get rid of that, get rid of that. We'll build them. Okay, cool. There's 2 of them. And we just got to connect these 4 with these 4 items. So let's do the farthest one next. We'll do this guy, and then we'll bring him down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. And that's going to be our friend here, iron wire. Or not iron wire, wire. Okay, that one's done. 3 to go. We're halfway done with this bank. Do rods next. So what we'll do, we'll go here, and then we'll go here, and then we'll go... Guess I don't need that first one, huh? That's a little bit silly. A little silly. Our last one here. Let's turn our light back on. One, 2. And then we'll come. We don't need. Wait. Hold the phone here. Have I made a grave error? I have made an error, but it is not a grave error. It is just an error. 2 on the middle, and 2 on the top. Yeah, so 6. That's 1 on the top. The 2, and then that's 2 on the top. Those are done. Top are done. Middle, that one's done. Okay, that guy, I thought I was putting here. But what about the second one on the bottom? Did I lose a hole? Very embarrassing, losing a hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the problem? Okay, that's the top. That's one of the middles. Oh, right here. Okay, okay. Okay. Found it. Found it. Okay, cool. Okay, done. Yeah, I was going insane. I'm a little oh, shit. What did I do? Go there, my friend. Let's pull those out of there, just so that we don't have any surprises later. Okay, those 6 are done. Let's move on. Let's get the next ones done. I'm already done. I'm already tired of this. I want to build some new stuff. I want to build the hyper cannon. I want to run the... No, not outs. Can stop it. Oh, actually, we probably should do the 6 outs. We did the 6 inputs. Let's do the 6 outputs. Let's just get them done. So I guess we are doing outs. I argue with myself, apparently. All we gotta do is we gotta look and see what's in here. Okay, this is this is regular modular frames. And regular modular frames, we need to have some sort of a gate to slow it down. Because there's only 50 per stack. When I call for these, I only want a smaller amount of those because they're in a smaller stack. So this is... I keep forgetting what's my naming convention here. The item and then delivery. Okay, so modular. Oh my god, modular frames delivery. And hit enter and escape. Okay, now quick wire is 500 a stack, so I'm definitely okay with a Mark IV belt here, which is what the blueprint came with. We're gonna do quick wire delivery. Merp. And he's done. No, not quite, but almost. I just have to change the sign so that I know what it is from the outside. Where are you, quick wire? There you are. I don't know why you're down there by the turbo motors, but okay. And then we'll copy and paste the input. Cool. That one's done. Next. What's in here? Okay, so rotors, we're gonna do a Mark II belt for anything that is 100 per stack. And what do we got? Cable. Okay, so this is gonna be a Mark II. No, Mark III. Yeah, 200 stack is Mark III. And then this is cable delivery. Cable delivery. He's 500, so he's gonna work just fine. You don't have to change that. And then we're gonna do wire. Wire delivery. And this is the wire, not the other one. I don't know if I'm too distracted enough to have noticed that I did that. I might have. Okay, those are done. Now let's go down there and let's hook up. We have to merge these all in one line and then put it in the train line, and then we're done with the next 6. There we go, a little wiggle. So this is the last where it comes out. This is the last output. So there's 2, 3. We could do this. Okay, so this is done. We just need to, or they're all linked together, and now we just take it out to our train station. We're gonna go in this hole, I think. Okay. Nice. Let's do a little testy test, shall we? Which items do we put in? We put in quick wire, we put in cable, we put in wire, we put in... Let's test the motors. I don't think we tested them. And the copper sheets and the modular frames. Reinforced plate. I guess we put those in too. There they go. They're flowing. We got everything. Do we have motors in here? Yeah, there's a modular frame. Modular frames made their way in. All right, well, let's turn off the ones we know work. And this is the downside. We're only going to be able to send so many at once. We know the quick wire sent, we know the copper sheets sent, and we know the modular frame sent, and the cable. I didn't see, we're not getting some items. So we have some things turned on that we're not getting. So what do we have turned on that we're not getting? Wire, motors. So wires and motors are broken. It's probably something silly like I didn't put the top floor. I'm sure that's what it is. I want out. I want out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, there's quick wire. That was working. The modular frames is working. Rotors. Did we check rotors? I don't remember switching rotors on. There we go. Okay, rotors are working. Come on, Mr. Wire. I swear there was some wire there. Let's do this. Let's put some wire in. Try to be smarter. There it goes. There it goes. I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay, wire's working. All right, wire's working. Problem is, motors are just... Maybe I just didn't... Oh, nope, look at them. I forgot. I don't know why I didn't rebuild them. I deleted them for some... Oh, I deleted them because we were waiting to put those in. That's what happened. Yay, motors! Okay, I'm sure they'll work now. Okay. We have 12 items done out of 30. But we have all of the iron ore in place. Time to do the next 6. Off of the bank. And then what are they? These 6 I think will work just fine. And then, let's see. 1. Oh, there's 7 over here. Well, I mean, there's 13, right? I know there's 30 items, so we're gonna do them in groups of 6. So that's what needs to happen. And we're gonna do these ones, and we're gonna do these ones all the way to the left, and we're gonna do the ones all the way farthest. We're gonna do the ones to the left. Then 1, 2, 3. And let's get rid of these so I don't confuse myself. That'll be the next 6. I don't want to have extra floor holes down there. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and that really ugly one, 3. There's our 6. Okay, let's jam these items in, bro. Bring them down. Okay, and then... Even I have limits, so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Supercomputers. Okay, now he's ready to go. Which one's first? This one, barely. No, they're in a line. So we can fix that at least. Okay, we can put that one that way, and we can put this one this way. That we can fix so that they're offset. Okay. Perfect. Now we run this down. These 2 left, and then these 6 are done. And then I'm probably just gonna run all these inputs, guys. Get this done, and then I'll set all of the other stuff. You know, the insights, and we'll test them all instead of doing 6 at a time. I want to get these done. 1, 2, bring you up. One, 2, 3, 4. There, and I didn't have to delete any belts. He goes, and all you guys go. Okay, cool. One done. He is complete. Now, for you, good sir. Now, where's our last bro? Our last bro hand. You're here. So, what are we gonna put in you? I know what we're gonna put in you. We're gonna put the plastic in you. Now, let's get our next 6 floor holes ready. Let's put these in so I know which ones are done. I guess it doesn't matter. What matters is the outputs need to be in 6s. And I stopped doing the outputs after I was doing the inputs. So I guess let's just knock all these out, and then we'll group the outputs in 6s. That's what we'll do. So let's just do all the rest of these outputs. Get them done. I mean input. The rest of these inputs. And then I'll do all the outputs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this one's gone. Okay. Okay. There's our 6. We're almost done with this horrifying thing. There's the last one right there. That's his home. Okay, that one's done. 3 to go. 3 to go. These 3 holes, we gotta fill these 3 holes. And we'll go straight against the ground. Happy birthday to the ground. And then we need to just delete this. And this, and this. That's not my dad. That's a cell phone. Uh-oh, did I do... No, no, no. Crap. No, 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 no. I gotta stop taking baths during Peter's shenanigans. Yeah, I did that to the wrong row. That row is perfectly fine and doesn't need to be touched. It's this row that needs that treatment. Oh yeah, let's get these last 2. Goes in that same line. There, he goes here, and then we make our little setup here. He goes there. Goes there. We don't need this one or that one. And then heavy modular frames goes in there. Okay, those are finally done. Let's start setting these and doing the outputs together. We'll set one, and then we'll build the output hole, and we'll do 6. Let's make sure are all these set back here? Yeah. So we just have to do what? The 2 in this row? 3 in this row. Okay, so let's do these 3. We'll do the output hole, and then what are we moving? Okay, these are crystal oscillators, and they're in 100 stacks. And for 100 stacks, I'm replacing this belt with Mark IIs. And then we got to name this guy Crystal Oscillator Delivery. Okay, that switch is now named. We know which switch to turn on when we want them. And then all we have to do is we have to build this, our output, and then we have to set our sign. Next. Last one on this row. What do we got here? Supercomputers. And I had a bunch of extra supercomputers in my inventory, so I'm going to drop them in because, I mean, I guess I'll keep one stack. Supercomputers are a... Oh, yeah. This game just trolls the shit out of me. God. There are 50 stacks, so we're going to do a Mark 1. So those 3 are done. Supercomputers, iron plates, and crystal oscillators. So let's do the next 3 that are on the end, so that they are as close together to each other as possible. And it looks like it's going to work out really well for us. What happened here? Okay, everything's fine. I just didn't build that. I'll build the rest of this too. I think it's these next 3. 1, 2, 3 for outputs. What do we got in here? What do we have behind door number 2? Encased industrial. They're 100 stack. So we're going to do a Mark II. Then we got to hook up these outputs. This is our last one here, and then we're going to hook up the outputs all together. So all 6 of these are going to run together. I think that's all good. So let's stand over here next to the bin that we just built for ourselves. And let's turn on all 6 of these. See if you can remember. Let's see if I can remember what they were. Computers worked. Crystal oscillators worked. Supercomputers worked, and iron plates worked. So the beams look like they're not working. So let's see what I forgot to do. Oh my god. It's this. I missed this. Right there. Everything's fixed. I missed that one cable, and this whole row of stuff was broken. Okay, those are fixed. There we go. All done. Okay, cool. They're working. Let's do the next 6. That looks really cool. Let's turn off the light. That looks even cooler. Look at that. Ugh. I love it. Love it. I like it a lot. Okay. Now, where were we? Now, will you just plug into your hole? Yes, you will. And then where's the last bro? Where are you, bro? There you are. And will you plug into your hole? You will if I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you at the right height. That's it for those 6. Now let's see if we can remember what they were. And test them. That's only 5. Who else? There's the 5. So the 5 that just switched on work. Did I? I hooked up 6. Let's turn these off. Who did I forget? Maybe I didn't name him? Ah ha ha! Ha ha! We didn't name him. Package turbo fuel delivery. And I was doing the ostrich from Family Guy. Ah, ha ha. But I think he's all hooked up. We just forgot to do the little work inside that needed to be done. Let's check. Where are you, packaged turbo fuel? There you are. Can you please be delivered? There you are. Oh, you were fast. Okay. We only have 6 to go. Let's do it, guys. And we're done with this stupid project that's taking forever. And these two just connect in. Okay, let's test the last. Yeah, I don't have any circuit boards. Well, I gotta grab circuit boards on the test here. Let's see. Priority power switch. We need steel pipe. Not seeing any steel pipe. Ooh. All right, it's a hookup problem, not a. Oh well, I didn't hook them up. Shit, it's a hookup problem. Okay, there's a steel pipe, and then we turn him off remotely with the steel pipe, and we'll turn off the circuit boards. Okay. Yep, and then that'll get delivered to the base. This is it. We're done. We're done. There she is. So let's test him. Let's use this to test. So we want some rotors. We know that there are no rotors in the rotor bin. There's none in here. Okay, that's the rotor bin. There's none there. So we're going to use this to test. Perfect. And we're going to go here. And we're gonna go to circuit break priority, and we can send ourselves all of the items now. It's all here. Okay, where's rotors? Right here. We're gonna turn them on. We need some rotors. We don't have any rotors in the base. Okay, we got a bunch of concrete. We got a bunch of cable. We have no rotors. We need rotors, right? Oh, I'll tell you what we need. We need some iron plate. Let's turn that on too. Just because we actually need that. Okay, so rotors and iron plate, they're on their way. Here we go. Here he comes. He's got our rotors and our iron plate. Yep, look at that. 2 cars. 2 cars have materials on them. These 2 on the end. Here they come. Should be rotors in one and iron plate in the other. Oh, these 2. Yeah, rotors in one and iron plate in the other. Come on, baby. Rotors coming in, and they should be, there they are, they're in the bin. There's our rotors filling up that we ordered from, and there's our iron plates. So let's turn them off. And you know, there's still some on the way, right? So we'll still get more. But that's how this works. And like I said, you know, we build the Super Star Destroyer, we place this blueprint down, and we just change the train route, and we're done. And this system still works. This is just part 1 of VOD 27, so episode 27. I'm gonna have both parts out each week, and these are from my long 8 to 10 hour live streams on Saturdays. So this is part 1, and part 2, we're gonna work on running the bauxite line inside the train, and we're gonna work on building the hyper cannon to get to this base so we don't have to take the slow zip line anymore. So we're gonna hyper cannon over from our base over to this base. So that's really the plan. That's it for this episode, part 1, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. All 30 items are finally done and working. In part 2 of episode 27, we run the bauxite through our train line, we design and test our first hyper cannon, and we start figuring out our train station design for the Scarif factory. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. If I cut out anything you wanted to see, the link for the full VOD for this episode is in the description. And if you want to watch me quote countless pop culture references in real time, look for my live streams right here on YouTube. That's it for now. Until next time.